Nah. I'd have put my other foot in this. You know what? We're going to talk about it. Yes. Welcome back to Dumb Crimes and Criminals. I am your host, Rick. You're now tuned into the funniest true crime podcast in the world. Follow me on Instagram at Rick_BHR. Hit the email, the thedccpodcast at gmail.com. Man, we back in the building. Man, I got a crazy story for y'all today, man. And it's funny because my man Sev, he actually texted me right now. Talking. My man Sev, he dope rapper, man. You know, check his music out. Last album he did was called Hold These Jewels, OG Talk. That's on all platforms. But the other day he had sent me this story, and I said, yeah, he's definitely going up because this is one that's just, it's beyond my mental comprehension of why you would even try this. Matter of fact, not why you would try this, but why would you do this? Right? Why would you do this? Now, I'm sure y'all probably came across this story. It's a viral story. You probably seen it on your timeline. You probably seen it on your news feed. Probably seen it on your TV. You understand? But this is Dumb Crimes and Criminals, so you know it got to come here. It got to. It's only right that it comes here. It's only right. This type of story is what this podcast is about. This type of story is what makes this podcast. I got to highlight it. I'm going to read you an article from the New York Post. It says, an evening manager of a Tennessee hotel was arrested after he snuck into a man's room and sucked on his toes, according to police. David Neal, a 52-year-old manager at the 4th Avenue South Hilton Hotel in Nashville, allegedly crept into a male guest room while he was sleeping on March 30th and got intimate with his feet. Yo, whoever wrote this article is wild. You wild for that. They said this man crept into my man's room and got intimate with his feet. You wild for writing that, man. According to Nashville Metropolitan Police, Neal made a key card to get into the room and entered the room around 5 a.m. The guest told the police he woke up to Neal's mouth around his toes and immediately confronted him. I'd have beat Neal ass. He recognized Neal as one of the hotel employees who came to his room the day before to fix his TV, according to police. Neal admitted to the police that he had entered the room, but claimed he did so because he smelled smoke and wanted to make sure the guest was okay. Police said Neal never reported smelling smoke to the security, and there were no other reports of guests or staff smelling smoke at the hotel. The room key was not recovered. Cops said Neal told investigators that he had thrown the key away. He was arrested at his home in Lebanon on Friday and charged with aggravated burglary and assault. According to police, he is currently jailed on a $27,000 bond, according to WKRN. This article is from the New York Post. It's viral. You know what I mean? Everywhere. If you want to read it, everywhere has this up. David Neal, my man, let me holler at you. It's a couple of questions that I got to ask you. You told the police you went into the room. You went into the room because you smelled smoke and wanted to make sure that the guest was okay. What the fuck that got to do with you putting your mouth on his feet? I digress. You said you went in. Wait, first of all, what made you think that you smelled smoke? Was you walking by the door? Like, my man, you just said whatever. Because that shit don't make no sense. Okay, let's just say he was walking by the door and he's like, okay, you had to go and dub his key card. You had to. If you enter his room because you smell smoke, you want to make sure everybody was okay, why didn't you wake him up? Yo, wait, hold on. Why didn't you just knock on the door? Why didn't you just knock on the door and be like, yo, I smell smoke? Wait. Why didn't you just call the room and say, hey, I just walked past, let's say he's in room 208. Hey, this the night manager. I walked past your room, this is room 208. Yeah, I walked past your room. I smell smoke. Everything is all right? Is any alarms going off? Everything cool? I just wanted to double check, make sure you good. You went in that room at 5 a.m. and started sucking his toes? What type? Now, clearly, there is probably some type of sickness attached to this, right? Some type of mental illness, I would think, because you coming in my room at 5 a.m. How do you know I'm asleep? You coming in my room at 5 a.m. Like, did he have socks on? You know what I'm saying? Some people sleep with socks on. You know, when you sleep with socks on, you be more warmer. You know what I mean? Did you pull his socks off? Okay, too much information. I don't need to know that. But my thing is this. Let's just say it's not mental, like it's not a mental illness, or you don't have a type of sickness and you just have a weird freak fetish. You're wildin'. First of all, my man, whoever he was, who woke up and had, if I wake up and my toes is in someone's mouth, if I'm in a hotel and I wake up and my toes is in the fucking hotel manager's mouth at 5 a.m, I'm going ballistic. I'm going to turn into the Hulk. I'm going to turn into the fucking Hulk, yo. Real talk. I'm turning into the Hulk. I'm turning into the Hulk. I don't want to hear nothing. I'm turning into the Hulk, yo. I'm whooping your ass until the cops come. And even when the cops come, I'm still going to be on your ass. They're going to have to whoop my ass to get me to stop from whooping your ass. Straight up. I don't care how big you are. I don't care about nothing. If I go to a hotel and the manager sneak in there at 5 a.m. and suck my toes on some freak nasty shit, I'm whooping ass. I'm whooping ass till the cops come and beyond. Meaning, even though the cops is here now, I'm still whooping your ass thoroughly. Ain't no way around that. They're going to have to whoop my ass to get me to stop whooping your ass. That's how that's going to work. That's how that's going to work. Straight up. I don't know what my man did when he seen him and shit. He probably got scared, jumped up, thought he was dreaming. He probably was just wilding because it had to be crazy. Think about it. Somebody, you in a hotel, you probably tired, you knocked out. And you wake up like, oh, what's going on? And a nigga at the end of the bed sucking your toes, some stranger, freak, nasty nigga. Oh, no. He probably was scared. I'll give him that because I'll be a little startled too. But once I come to, once I come through, it's going to be problems. It's going to be a problem. I'm telling you, off the muscle, off the jump, off the dribble, off anything, however you want to say it, it's going to be a problem. When this man came and checked into the hotel, was David Neal looking at him like, yeah, I'm going to suck his toes tonight? All right, too much information. I don't need to know that. But my thing is, what do he got going on? And what else does this man do at the job? Clearly, he's fired. Of course, he's fired. But, that just goes to show you the type of world that we live in. You know what I'm saying? Like, we really live amongst people who may not think like us. Me or you listening on the other end of this, we wouldn't do that. We're not going to break into some stranger's room, you know what I mean, and suck their toes. Like, that's not even something that will compute in our brain, right? That's not something that will compute in our brain. But we live amongst people who do this type of shit. Like, we live amongst people who think like this. Whether, like I said, whether it's a mental illness, whether it's a sickness, whether it's just some wild freak nasty fetish, whatever it may be, we live amongst people who do this. We live amongst people who do this. That's the wild part. That is the wild part, right? Like, some people, they don't think about what they're doing. Some people, it's just like, look, this is off topic, right? This is off the topic subject. David Neal, welcome to Dumb Crimes and Criminals, my man. You are wilding. You out of line. You all the way out of line. But I seen this video, right? And I'm not sure if it's viral. I know there's a million of these type of videos, but it was this video of, like I said, I don't know if it's viral, but I came across it on my timeline, and it was a video of a Uber Eats or one of the Door Dashes or whatever the case. Somebody that you place the order, they go pick your food up, bring you the order, right? So it's this guy who's standing there waiting for whoever the customer is. He's picking their order up to drop off. So let's just say he's an Uber Eats, Door Dash. He's one of them type. His legs, he has shorts on with flip flops. His legs is all cut up. You know what I mean? Like, you could see his legs all scratched up, like as if he had a cat or some shit that's just tearing his legs up, right? This was a Caucasian man. And he was just sitting there digging in his ass. Like, and when I say digging in his ass, I mean he was digging in his ass, like digging in his ass. Like, he was in his ass, in public, in a restaurant, waiting for somebody's food. He was digging in his ass, going crazy, right? Going crazy. Then he was scratching his leg, scratching his shit. Then he went, picked the food up, looked through the bag, made sure, whatever, put the straw in the bag, walked out. Right? Walked out. We live amongst people who do that type of shit. Like, you, my man, you are on the job and you digging in me personally, I don't do the DoorDash and I don't do the Uber Eats and none of that shit. I go pick my food up. Not to say the dude in the back ain't, of the restaurant or wherever I'm picking my food up at the time. Not to say he ain't doing whatever he want to do. That's fine. I don't see it. So in my mind, it don't exist, because people be bugged out, right? People be doing whatever they do. Cool. But I'm just weary with that. You know what I'm saying? My kids do it from time to time. I don't really like when they do it. And I only save that to, like, if it's really a situation. You know what I'm saying? To where I really need to send them some food, or they really need to, you know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes, like, me and my wife will be running errands or something. Like, let's say me and my wife is out doing something, grocery shopping or just whatever, running errands or something, and then they'll be like, yo, Dad, we want to grab something to eat. I don't really like it, but, every now and again, I try not to do it, but, I don't like that. You know what I'm saying? I remember one night, me and my wife, we was, we wanted some IHOP. So I went to IHOP, you know what I'm saying? It's probably like 1 something in the morning, 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning type. I went to IHOP to grab some food, and I was sitting next to this dude. He came in there, I didn't sit next to him, but he was sitting across from me. And like I said, he had some real dirty sweatpants on. He was looking real dirty, real nasty. He was picking at his feet. He was a DoorDash or Uber Eats guy. He was picking at his feet. He was like in his nose. He was just bugging, going crazy. Picked the people food up, walked on out the door. I seen it with my own eyes. You know what I'm saying? So these are the type of people that we be amongst. I would never do that. I would never go in your bag. You know what I'm saying? I would never, eat none of your shit. Never dig in my note. Nah, man, I'm going to respect your stuff or your privacy or your property. You know what I'm saying? Like, we live amongst these type of people. We live amongst the type of people like David McNeil who will clone a copy of a room key and then go sneak into the room and do that. Now, he just happened to get caught. But how many times did he do that and did not get caught? You know what I'm saying? How many times was the person who's just a heavy sleeper? How many times the person come, a lot of people, they go to hotels on business, vacation and things like that, or traveling. They might have a couple of drinks, go upstairs and fall out. They might be really knocked out. So you in there molesting people while they sleep because you wild freak nasty man. And you just in there going crazy doing what you do. How many times did David Neal do this? You know what I'm saying? Like $27,000 bond. Nah, man, this man need to be in the jail somewhere. Like, for real. And like that's violation. You understand what I'm saying? That's a super violation. And my thing is, how many times did he get away with this? You know what I'm saying? Think about it, yo. Think about it. You sleep it's 5 a.m, probably in your ninth dream by 5 a.m, depending on how tired you are, what you in town for. You in a hotel, them hotel beds be comfortable, the pillows and all that. It's just like, for some reason, a hotel bed feel different. You know what I'm saying? You knocked the fuck out. You passed out. You got a man in there sucking on your toes. How many times he did this? He had to do this before. This wasn't his first time. David, listen to me. Let me talk to you. This won't your first time. This won't your first time. And when you came in that room the day before to put his TV up or whatever it was you did, you came in there too. You came in there, you seen him, you peeped the whole scene, and you was like, oh yeah, I'm going to do it. You had to, man. That's wild to me. Like, it's no way in hell that this was that man's first time, yo. This was not your first time. Please hit my email, thedccpodcast@gmail.com. Please hit me up on Instagram. Let me know if you think that this was his first time doing this wild shit, man. That shit take courage. That shit take balls, man. You know what I'm saying? This dude just happened to wake up. That shit takes balls. Think about it. You're going to go and sneak into somebody's room and do something like that? You don't know if they up. You don't know. You know what I'm saying? You don't know nothing. Dude could be just coming out the bathroom. What if when you came in, he was coming out the bathroom? You know what I'm saying? Like, or he just happened to get up and get something to drink while you walking through the fucking, coming in the room. You already in the room and then you shutting the door. Now you creeping through as the same time as he getting out the bed to fucking, you know what I'm saying? Come on, man. What if he had a weapon on him because he's some type of officer or something and put you down in there? Because who the fuck, like, come on, that's the if he would have had a weapon, he probably would have put you down. Just off the fact of what's going on here. I'm asleep, a strange man in my room, I'm putting you down, right? Dave, listen, man. Man, I don't know what to say, man. I personally, like I said, I think this man done this many a times, and they need to be doing a real investigation. This ain't no one and done. They need to do a real investigation on him. Go check the damn camera footage, man. I'm sure you're going to see that man doing a bunch of unnecessary wild shit around that hotel. I guarantee it. I'm about to get up out of here, man. This is the Dumb Crimes and Criminals podcast. This is the funniest true crime podcast on the world. Definitely appreciate y'all for listening, tapping in with me. Please spread the word about the podcast, man. Hit the email, send me some stories if you want to hear my take on them. And, let's build this community, man. I'm going to holler at you.